Welcome to the weather forecast for the weeks beginning Wednesday, October 20th and Wednesday, October 27th. Yep, I'm taking my first vacation since I began making these recordings for Longmont Public Media. This is Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth. The lunar phase that really kind of hits in the middle, we would have had to repeat a lunar phase because it happened right on the beginning and the end of the last forecast period. So the only one that really matters this time is Thursday, October 28th. We have a last quarter moon in the early morning sky. So you won't see anything for Halloween unless you stay out really late. Looking at drought, well, obviously it's been very dry around, and so things are getting drier. Here's last week's drought report, and you can see some severe and even extreme drought starting to show up in the northeast plains, and the moderate drought along I-25 is expanding as well. The western slopes have not changed much, so that's good. Looking nationally, the drought on the plains is getting a little worse, and stuff out west is hardly changing. That will change Washington, Oregon, California as repeated storms keep approaching, and we'll see that in just a few minutes. For the rainfall for the last 7 days, I-25 got very little to nothing. Longmont got a little splash here of just under a half inch, about a quarter inch of rain. We had some heavier rain up here around Red Feather Lakes and all, and then out in the western slopes. But still, some spots in the eastern plains got nothing at all. So the story going for these next 2 days, and if a big change happens and a big storm does form while I'm gone, I will put updates on the Longmont Leader, so don't ever forget to check there. I'll be taking a week break over at the Longmont Leader as well. But this is a great time to do it if this is true, because this is a very quiet couple weeks ahead. We have a big ridge on Friday noon, and looking at the surface the night before, we have high pressure here. Now look at that big system in the Pacific Northwest. That's great for them. They need that. And there's some rain over in the Ohio Valley and heading up through the lakes. For smoke, the colder weather, firefighting efforts, and some return of precipitation is largely shut down all that stuff. We do have some fire down in Arizona, a little bit of smoke going by for the Front Range and most of Colorado for the next couple days. It is completely clear and there really isn't anything upstream. Similarly, looking at severe weather, there's really nothing around Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, even nationwide. It's just a very quiet time. Looking at the ensemble from the GFS, normal high temperatures dropped from 64 to 60, and we are now going from 35 to 32, touching freezing as our normal low temperature. We had our showers in the vicinity, really up in the mountains on Tuesday, and that's what that little green bar is. And there's a chance of a system coming around on the 27th, and we'll see that. But like many of these systems, it really looks like it's the mountains and the western slopes. So let's put it in motion. Take a look at this ridge. We'll keep calling out. This is now going out 16 days instead of the normal 10. Here's our big ridge. Now you're going to see a trough coming in for Saturday, but it kind of passes to our north. We get zonal flow, which is west-east flow, and the jet gets pretty strong, but there isn't any moisture really to act upon. By Tuesday into Wednesday, here comes this system that might create some showers, but the energy goes way south into New Mexico and into Texas and away. So at this point, it looks like just the western mountains and higher mountains. Okay, then the ridge comes back. Another trough passes on Halloween far to the north of us. The ridge comes back into November 1st. As we go into November 2nd on Tuesday, the big ridge is back, so we should be really warm and comfortable again. And I don't know if I really believe that next trough. That could be anything, getting so far out. So here's our current cold front. The cold blob of abnormally cool air is moving away, spreading down into the southeast U.S. we go back to above normal temperatures, because remember, normal is about 60. So if we're around 70s, we're above normal. The western states are getting shots of cool air. Into Tuesday the 26th, we get abnormally warm, so it could be upper 70s at that point. Cool air comes back in on the 28th and 29th, and then kind of moderates and washes out. By the 30th, we were back to abnormally warm again. And for Halloween, we're above normal temperatures, with cool air kind of coming into the Pacific Northwest, then spreading down the plains east of us. On November 2nd, Tuesday, we're still above normal, with a cold front spreading down the plains to our east. Looking at precipitation, we'll keep an eye on this next system. We are completely high and dry going into the weekend. And this is the trough that passes to our north on the weekend, and it just fades out up there. The next one coming in to the west really puts a lot of rain, thunderstorms, and mountain snows into California, way down to, looks like San Diego even gets it. By Tuesday, Wednesday, we get that low here. Here's the snow in the mountains and rain, and then it just fades out, reforms out on the plains. It's an interesting tropical dance occurring off the East Coast too, but I'm not going to cover that here. And looking at the high and dry weather for Halloween, on Halloween night, let's see if I can pause it. Nope. Halloween night, the entire nation is pretty much precipitation free. No trick-or-treaters are going to get wet or snowy. Going to November 2nd, we just see something coming in the west, but too early to tell. So for the next 5 days, little chance of showers down I-25 and in the mountains, not much to be excited about. And the next 10 days, you can see that midweek storm next week giving the mountains some precipitation. For snow, it's just a little bit in the mountains for the next 5 days. More significant snows on the higher elevations over the next 10 days. So I'm giving a little chance of showers on Sunday and Tuesday, really low. 60s and 70s going into Saturday and Sunday. Monday gets hot again as that ridge comes back. Tuesday we cool down with that next trough. And then going the next week out to cover my vacation time, Wednesday and Thursday we're in the 60s, drop to the 50s for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we see dry, cool conditions for Halloween itself. And that's it. So again, if something changes, a big storm materializes, I'll put updates on the Longmont Leader article. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Happy Halloween. Have a great fall. This has been Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth. Keep looking up.